Welcome to the Unraveling Scriptures channel. Surely you've heard of the story of Noah's Arkansas. Perhaps the tale of Noah and the Great Flood is the most widely known biblical narrative in the world. But now I ask you, do you truly know who Noah was and his origins? There are many secrets about Noah's life that most people do not reveal. In this video, I will talk about Noah, his origins, and his complete biography, with details that are rarely mentioned. So please, leave your likes, comment, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with those who are curious about Noah's life. The story and origins of Noah, the last righteous of his time. Noah, in Aramaic, is pronounced Nuh, in Phoenician Hebrew, Noch, and in Arabic, En. The name means relief and comfort. Noah is known as one of the last antediluvian patriarchs in the traditions of Abrahamic beliefs. His story is recounted in the Hebrew Aramaic Bible, in the book of Genesis, from chapter 5 to chapter 9, in the Quran, and in Baha'i writings. Noah is also mentioned in various other books of the Bible, including the New Testament, as well as in other biblical texts that are not part of our canon. Noah is referenced in Christianity, Judaism, Mandaeism, Druze faith, Yazidism, Islam, and the Baha'i faith. The ancient flood narrative from the book of Genesis is among the most well-known stories of the Bible, and that is a fact. In this account, Noah faithfully worked to build the ark by God's command, saving not only his own family but also humanity and all land animals from extinction during the flood. God brought the flood after regretting the sinful state of the world. After the flood, God made a covenant with Noah, promising never again to destroy all creatures on earth with a great flood of waters. Noah is also depicted as a tiller of the soil after the flood. God commands Noah and his sons to be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth. In the book of Genesis, Noah is the 10th and one of the last pre-diluvian patriarchs, meaning before the great flood. He is the son of Lamech, and his mother is named, according to the book of Jubilees, as Badinos. Noah was 500 years old when he had his three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, who are considered patriarchs of humanity. According to the Bible, the story of the flood is described in chapters 6 to 9 of the book of Genesis. The narrative indicates that God intended to return the earth to its primitive state of watery chaos, pre-creation, by flooding it due to humanity's sins. After the flood, God planned to remake the earth using Noah's ark, and the beings inside it as the new inhabitants, the only righteous ones, to repopulate the world. Therefore, the flood was not merely a common inundation, but a reversal of creation. The narrative addresses humanity's wickedness that led the Creator to destroy the world through the flood, the preparation of the ark to shelter certain animals, Noah and his family, and the Noahic covenant that God established, promising never again to send a flood to destroy all life on earth. After the great flood, Noah offered burnt offerings to God, which were accepted by the Lord. God then established a covenant with Noah and, through him, with all humanity, promising never again to devastate the earth with water. God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, "Be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth," as a symbol of this gracious covenant with both humankind and animals. Additionally, God set his rainbow in the clouds as a sign of this covenant. He also imposed two instructions on Noah: while eating food of animal origin was permitted, consuming blood was strictly forbidden. Moreover, the shedding of human blood by other humans became a crime punishable by death, by the hand of man. Noah was one of the last patriarchs before the flood, known for his extremely long life. According to the biblical account, he lived to be 950 years old, and after the flood, he lived another 350 years. Some interpreters suggest that Noah could have known Abraham, as Noah died when Terah, Abraham's father, was 128 years old. However, this remains speculation, and there is no biblical confirmation of a possible meeting between them. Furthermore, there is an aspect of Noah's life that many tend to forget or try to conceal. The biblical account mentions a sin committed by Noah. This sin will not be hidden in this video, as it is a relevant part of Noah's biography that deserves discussion. After the flood, the Bible records that Noah became a farmer. He planted a vineyard, made wine from the grapes, and ended up getting drunk, thus marking Noah's first sin. Even though he was an extremely righteous man in God's eyes, he committed this sin shortly after the flood. However, Noah's sin was not limited to drunkenness. In fact, it occurred during and after the episode, when he saw what he had done. Some people try to justify or excuse Noah for this mistake, arguing that he was not to blame for what he did. Some even suggest that Noah was the first to experience the alcohol from wine, but this reveals a lack of biblical knowledge, as before the flood, there were already other farmers who cultivated different types of trees and fruits, including fermented juices, which naturally contained alcoholic content. Noah simply followed the knowledge and practices he had learned from his ancestors. In the biblical narrative, Noah became so drunk that he ended up naked inside his own tent. His son Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father in that condition and went to tell his brothers about it. This angered Noah during his drunkenness, leading him to curse Canaan, his grandson, in an attempt to prevent Ham from spreading what he had seen. Ham's immediate action of telling his brothers was considered inappropriate, as he should have respected his father and helped cover him with a garment or a cloak instead of exposing his situation. This act of respect was carried out by Noah's other two sons, Shem, the father of the Semites, Arabs, Syrians, and Jews, and Japheth, the father of Europeans, Indo-Europeans, and some Asians. Due to Noah's curse on his grandson Canaan, which had an impact on his descendants, we can observe that in very ancient times, one way to affect someone was through their children. This is exemplified when God, for instance, took the life of Pharaoh's son as a means to confront Pharaoh and eventually free the people of Israel. The curse of Canaan has been a widely debated topic in theology over many centuries, primarily because many mistakenly believed that Canaan was the ancestor of Africans, which the Bible does not state. In reality, it was Canaan's other brothers, who did not receive any curse, who became the ancestors of African peoples. According to the Book of Jubilees, Ham realized that he had made a mistake regarding his own father. He then went to tell his son Canaan, who was probably a child at the time, that what he had done was wrong. However, when Canaan grew up, he took a portion of the land from the lineage of Shem, who was Noah's eldest son. This act was seen as highly inappropriate, and Ham, considered the father of African peoples, was dismayed by Canaan's rebellion against his grandfather in taking land from his uncle Shem. According to the ancient Book of Jubilees, from then on, the land that includes Canaan, presently Israel, parts of northern Syria, parts of Lebanon, and parts of Jordanian territory, came to be known as the land of Canaan, previously known as the land of Shem. The Book of Jubilees continues, revealing that Ham, Cush, and Mizraim all spoke with Canaan. Canaan, in turn, responded negatively to his own father, refusing to relinquish the land he had taken for himself, even though he knew it did not belong to him. This outraged Ham, as well as his elder brother Cush and their other brother Mizraim. It's important to note that Cush was the ancestor of the ancient Cushites of Ethiopia, Somalia, Sudan, and other regions of Africa, while Mizraim was the ancestor of the ancient Egyptians. Furthermore, it's fascinating to highlight that the story of Noah, the flood, and his ark is not only mentioned in Judeo-Christian traditions but also in other ancient beliefs. From Mesopotamia to Africa, from the Americas to China and India, over 200 cultures around the world have their own versions of this story. This indicates a shared common origin among all these narratives. According to the Book of Jubilees, Noah's wife was named Zara. As for the language Noah spoke in his time, being a pre-Diluvian figure before the cataclysm, he spoke the same language as Adam, known as the Adamic language or the language of Enoch, also referred to as the Enochian language. Although not explicitly mentioned in the biblical text, it is highly likely that Noah had other sons and daughters soon after the flood, as God instructed him and his wife, along with their 3 sons and their wives, to multiply on the earth. Noah, as the progenitor of all ethnicities according to tradition, is considered likely to have had a diverse ethnic heritage. This means he likely displayed physical characteristics of various ethnic groups and genetically carried Adam's lineage. In this way, he was akin to Adam and is considered the ancestor of all ethnicities and races in the contemporary world. His sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, are traditionally seen as the fathers of the major ethnic lineages: Ham of Africans, Shem of Arabs, Jews, Syrians, and Assyrians, and Japheth of Indo-Europeans, including Europeans and Asians. In the Book of Enoch, Noah's physical appearance is described in a detailed and striking manner, especially in the Book of Dreams, where Lamech, Noah's father, reacts to his son's birth. This description stands out for its extraordinary and unique features attributed to Noah. Noah is described as having a notably different appearance from anyone else. His skin is mentioned as being extremely white, almost luminous to the point of shining. His eyes are compared to sunbeams, illuminating the area around him. Noah's hair is described as white as wool, complementing his fair skin and bright eyes. This description causes great astonishment and concern in Lamech, who wonders whether his son is truly human or has a divine or angelic origin. Lamech even questions his wife about Noah's paternity, fearing that he might be descended from fallen angels rather than a common human being. One intriguing interpretation of this description is the hypothesis that Noah could have been the first albino human in history. Albinism is a genetic condition resulting in a lack of pigmentation in the skin, hair, and eyes, traits that align with the description of Noah in the Book of Enoch. If taken literally, Noah being albino would further highlight his uniqueness and could be seen as a mark of distinction given by God, symbolizing his purity and special connection to the divine. While the description of Noah in the Book of Enoch is not widely accepted in Jewish, Christian, and Islamic canonical traditions, it offers a fascinating and symbolic view of Noah's figure, emphasizing his uniqueness and importance in the context of apocryphal and pseudepigraphic texts. What do you believe? Do you think Noah was truly an albino man? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you to everyone who has watched so far. May God be with you all, and see you soon.